Hello and welcome. Today's yoga practice is going to be with the element of air. And air is about lightness, it's about movement, it's about transformation. So we're going to do some movements with our arms. We're going to open up the chest and know that the lungs are part of the heart chakra and that the lungs support the heart. And the air is also about finding our courage. That part of the definition of courage is breathing into fear. So we use our breath to help transform us when we're feeling tight or condensed or depressed. We bring our attention to our breathing. So let's begin with just taking our stance. Stand right on your feet, just a little wider than your hips, and we're going to start by opening the shoulders. So the first movement will be simple. We're going to take the arm and swing it back and forth. That's all we're doing, just swinging here. And notice if you have a tendency to keep a straight arm, allow your elbow to bend so that there's movement from your shoulder into your hand. And you can turn your head. We're trying not to do a full-on spinal twist like that. It's just the arm, right in front of you, side to side. And if you have difficulty with this, put your hand on your shoulder and begin to move in this way, with your elbow leading the way. Now pause and bring your hand to your right shoulder. We're going to take the elbow up on the inhale and down and back on the exhale. So just a few times this way. Then let go, and if you're able to, swing your arm up and down. Good. And then tap on your shoulder. Sweep and tap. So you have a lot of options here. Sweep and tap. Good. One more. And then relax. Let your arm hang by your side and let your wrist go in circles. And then relax. Shake your hand out. Let's go into our left side. So starting, twist just a little in your upper body and bend your elbow, create movement. It's nice also to keep the arm a little lower rather than higher. If you can, you want to glide right along at shoulder level, but if that's painful in any way, drop your arm just a little bit. So you can feel all the muscles that are responding to this sweeping motion, side to side, warming our hips, warming our ribs. Take a deep breath and let that breath out. And the right arm is all done, so it can just relax by our sides. Good. One more breath. And then come to stillness. And we'll bring our hand to the shoulder and start out with the elbow up and the elbow back and down. And the elbow up, breathe in. And back and down, breathe out. And if it's available, you can start to swing that arm up and back, just to your range of motion. This is also good if you've got tight shoulders because it helps increase your range of motion, which is wonderful for the movement of your chest, your back, your neck, and of course your arms. And when we're stiff, we generally don't breathe as deeply as if we're a little more open. Now relaxing, just take your arm by your side, take your wrist in a circle. Good. All right. And we're going to step the feet in so they're just hip width apart. And take the right arm and we're going to hold that arm at the wrist and pull. All right, so just holding that wrist, pull it forward. And then we'll take our arms and cross them in front of us and hold the shoulders. And just ease your body side to side. Notice what your neck does automatically. Do you turn with your elbows or do you naturally turn away from your elbows? Okay, come back to the center, and with your elbows crossed, we'll weave the arms around in an eagle. For those of us who can't stack the elbows, we'll hold the elbow, pull it to the middle, and draw it down. All right, so eagle pose. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, bring them down. Now take a little wider stance and inhale, lift your elbows. And exhale, bend your knees and pull your elbows down. Take one more breath. all the way out to your exhalation. And then as you stand up, unwind your arms, spread them out wide, and roll your palms up. Let your elbows bend. Take a deep breath, and then bring your palms together, hands together in front of you. When your little fingers touch, we'll turn the fingers in, relax the elbows and wrists like a praying mantis, and just drop the hands down by our sides. Lightly reach back, and then drop your arms. All right. Take your left hand out, hold on to the wrist, pull it forward so you're just extending from your shoulder a little bit. And then we're going to cross the left over the right, bend the elbows, hold the shoulders or your upper arms or even the elbows, anywhere that you can reach, and we'll twist gently side to side. And as you do so, take a breath or two. We want to inflate the lungs, fill them with fresh, healing air. And coming back to the center, lifting your hands, you can simply weave around in eagle pose or hold that left elbow, bring it to the middle and bring it down. So whatever your body will allow. Inhale, raise your elbows. Exhale, pull them down. And again, elbows up with your breath. Elbows down, and on this one we're going to bend the knees and sink a little bit. And this time as we hold our arms like this, we'll turn the head from side to side. And come back to the center, rise up, unwind the arms, and take them out, palms up. Exhale, elbows are bending as we bring our hands to touch in front of us. Let the little fingers touch, and then roll the heavy fingers inward. Let them hang down and drip down to the floor. Good. And stepping your feet in, you want to place your feet an inch or two apart. And we're going to take a side stretch. Now be aware as you go to the side that there's space in between the lung and the heart. So I want you to tune into that space. So raising your right arm up along your ear for Crescent, we're looking to the left, dropping the head to the left. And as you feel your ribs rising, press with your left hand to give you support. As the ribs rise, breathe into that space between your heart and lungs. If you have difficulty raising your arms, you can bend your elbow like this or place your hand on your shoulder. And now we'll rise up, bend the elbow, and bring it right back down by the side. Good. Left arm rising, inhale, and reach up. Now notice that space as you tip to the right. See if you can discern an internal space between your ribs and your lungs, between your lungs and your heart. Now turn your eyes and gaze down. Modify the upper arm if you need to. Press a little bit with your bottom arm. And pushing with your feet, stand up, bend your left elbow, come all the way up and lower your left arm down. Step your feet hip width. We're going to take a forward fold. When we come into our forward fold, we're going to put both hands on the left side of the chest and turn the head to the right, okay? So raising the arms overhead, inhale. Feel that spaciousness in your lungs. Exhale, sweep your arms down, come into a forward fold, put both hands on the left side of your chest and turn your head to the right. Gently press your hands to the left. Take a breath, then relax your neck. Take another breath. Release your hands, place them on your shins into a flat back. Let your tailbone rise, have a nice long spine. Inhale. And bending your knees, drop your hips, push into your legs and stand up on your exhale. Nice. Good. Going into our forward fold on our other side. Inhale, raise your arms overhead. And then take a big dive forward. Just to your level of comfort, you're going to this time place both hands on the right side of the chest. I'll go this way. And turn your head to the left. Now gently press your hands toward your right shoulder. Just creating some space in your chest, easing into your collarbones. Take a breath. Relax your head to the center. Take another breath. And placing your hands now on your shins, straighten your arms, straighten your legs, flat back. Lift your belly up. Draw your shoulder blades lightly away from your ears. And to stand up, bend your knees and push. Just let your feet lift you right up. Great. Now we'll do a crescent pose by lifting both arms overhead and observe if you have a little more spaciousness in your heart space, your lung space, and your side body. Breathe in, lift up. You're going to place your hands, palms in, wrap your thumbs around your hands, tilt over to your right. And if you need a little more space in your feet, step out slightly and breathe into that left side. Press a little bit with your left foot. Find that space between the lungs and the heart. On the in-breath, rise up. Going to your left side, curve the body. And again, notice, did I dip over a little farther this side? This time on this side? And is there space in my right side? Can I discern a little movement in my lungs and heart? Inhale, come back up. And on your exhale, step out wide and bend your elbows. Ha breath. You're going to sink right down. Inhale, stand up and broaden your arms. And exhale, movement, right? Creativity in your torso. Releasing stiffness, releasing blockage. Good. And one more deep breath as you reach out. And breath as you come down. Simply lower your arms and stand up. Relaxing all the way into your fingertips. Now we'll step the right foot forward, step the left foot back. In a lunge position. Turn your hips so that you're square forward, your back toes lightly turn in. I'll step back a little bit here. And on your in-breath, you'll raise your arms overhead, opening up space for the lungs and heart. On your out-breath, bend your knee. We're going into the giving warrior. So you're going to lunge, bend your elbows, offer your open palms. Inhale, draw back. Straighten your front leg. Place both hands on your heart. And exhale, take your hands down by your sides. Relax all the way into your fingertips. And again, inhale, raise the arms, press a little with your back heel, exhale, lower the hands in front of you, right knee bending, lunge, the heart warrior. Inhale, draw back, receiving, and exhale, hands down by your sides. Relax into your fingertips. Step your left foot forward, and we'll step the right foot back. For our second side, square your hips forward. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, palms up, elbows bent, lunge. Press with your back knee. This is the giving heart. This is the receiving heart. Inhale, come back. Hands on the heart, legs straight. Exhale, arms down by our sides, finding our balance, finding our centeredness. Inhale, up. And exhale, palms forward, elbows bent. Make your offering to the world. Inhale, return. Exhale and center. And step the feet together. Nice. We're going to come down to the floor. Sit with your legs crossed. And we'll do spinal twist. So inhaling, we're going to open the arms. Exhale, twist to your left. Right hand's going on the inside of the right knee. Left hand's going behind you. And as you spiral, lightly press against that right knee. You'll notice my arm is not straight. I'm not jamming into it. I'm just using that leg as a little bit of leverage to draw my belly to the left. And hold this pose. Now take your chin and lift it to the ceiling and go from your left shoulder all the way over to your right shoulder. And back again. Lift your chin on the right, take an arc overhead, breathe in, and come down and release. Relax. Change your cross legs and go to our second side. Inhale, the arms open. Exhale, turn to your right. Left hand goes on the inner left knee, and your right hand goes on the floor behind you. Roll the belly to the right. Use your left hand for a little bit of leverage, even against your shin would work. And then bring your chin down. And we'll raise the chin to the ceiling. Take it overhead. Bring it to the shoulder. And then take it back. Lift your chin to the left. And take it in an arc back to your right shoulder. And release by unwinding and face forward once again. Good. And we're going to lie down on the floor briefly. So go ahead and stretch out. And we'll lie on one side. Now you're going to take a blanket, if you have one handy, and put it underneath your head. Both arms are extended. We're going to take that top arm, I'm on my left side, so your arms are extended at shoulder level to your left. Slide your top hand, your right hand, up the arm and across the chest, opening it out to the right. Allow your head to turn to the right, and then bring your arm up in an arc back from right to left. Okay? And again. Slide the left hand up along the left arm, across the chest and open. And you can take your hand back the way it came, or you can take it overhead and just revolve it, sweeping it in a semicircle around. Good. Now placing your right hand right in front of your chest, we're going to lift both feet off the floor and then set them down again. So both feet rise and lower. And rise and lower. Good, just like that. One more time. Lift and lower and pause. And notice the weight on your bottom hip. Now we're going to take the right arm, wrap it around the head, lift the top top foot, and lift your head. And try not to lift your head with your neck. Let your arm lift it. And then bring it back down again. Lower your foot, lower your head. Right foot up, lift your head, breathe in. And foot down, take your head to the floor. One more time, lift your foot. This makes it easier to lift the head. Breathe in, lay the head carefully down, lower your foot, and breathe out. Release your right hand. And pushing against the floor or simply rolling over to your second side. We'll lie down on the right side. Make sure that your neck is well supported. And extend your arms in front of you, right at shoulder level. Your knees are bent. And you'll begin by sliding that top hand up along your arm, across the chest, open out to the left, and make an arc from left to right as you slowly bring your left hand back on top of your right hand. And again, slide down the arm, up the arm, whatever your perspective is, over to your left side. And if you'd like this time, you can take your arm all the way overhead, create a sweeping motion only if your shoulder will allow, and bring your hands back together. Good. Now placing your left hand right in front of your face, you're going to lift both feet off the floor and place them down. And do this quite slowly. Inhale your feet up, exhale your feet down, and then pause and feel how your body releases down into the mat. One more time. Now taking your left arm, wrap it around your head, and you're going to lift your head with the strength of your arm and lift your left foot. It's a counterweight, and then back down again. Pause, relax into your shoulder. You're creating space in the torso. And again, lifting the head and the top foot. And back down again. Let your head be heavy. And once more, head up, foot up. And down again. Release your hand, relax deeply, take a breath. Let that breath go. And pushing against the floor, come on up to a seated position. And we'll do a very simple breath with our spinal twist. So we're going to rock back in the spine, exhale, rock forward, inhale. That's it. Rock backward, round your back, draw your chin down, exhale, and rock forward, slide your shoulders back, inhale. And do about 4 more of these. And just notice the spaciousness in your torso, in the base of the throat, in the space underneath your shoulder blades, at the bottom of your rib cage, around your belly button, maybe even in your hip joints, your elbows. And one more. Asking that element of air to expand us and help us with our movement. Good, and then just relaxing. And our last pose is going to be a restorative pose. So you'll need a blanket, so you can pause the video if you need to. Go get a blanket or a bolster if you have it. And the blanket, you're going to put it down and roll it in a tight roll so that it looks like this. Okay? And you're going to place this behind your spine. So I'm going to sit right in front of the blanket and roll back on my back. I'd like for my head to be on the blanket so I can have neck support. So rolling back, I have to scoot down a little bit. Even if your low back isn't touching the blanket, you're still open. And you can stretch both legs out straight. Let your arms open out. And let the spine be lifted as you breathe. So take deep breaths. Think of expanding into the side ribs on your inhalation and relaxing and sinking on your exhalation. Breathe in, breathe out, and let yourself be fully supported by your blanket or your bolster if you have one. Make sure that your neck is well supported and comfortable. And this is a lovely way to finish your yoga practice. It's soothing, it stretches the spine, it opens the chest, it supports the heart and the lungs. And you can tell that you have a lot more space for your lungs with your body open in this way. So we'll take 2 more breaths. Now, if you would like to stay here and just let the video run out, you're certainly welcome to do that if you're feeling comfortable and relaxed. I want to thank you so much for being with me today. Namaste.